I just want to give another 1 minute time for a few people to join. For those who registered, please let us know in the chat box where you are from. We really, really appreciate that. If you can do that for us. Okay, I see so far I'm live on platforms. So now we just want to know where you all are from so that we can kick off. So just give it another second. I just want to make sure we are live, we are recording. Great. Okay. Stephan, I just want to find out, are you ready? Can we almost kick off? If you can just let me know if you are there, and then we're going to start this session.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, cool.
Kobus, I just can't see the live streams, so if you can maybe just keep an eye on that for, if there's any questions or things like that, that'll be great.
Okay, I will do that. Definitely. I see people who are from Kempton and all the way from Botswana. Thank you for those who are joining on this beautiful night. I just want to make sure, Stephan, I'm going to make you our spotlight. Okay, everyone. So for those who don't know, we are here tonight to listen to Stephan from How About This, about how to create an income by becoming an online educator. So all of these presentations are leading to next week. It's next week's, right, Stephan, that you're going to do a mini workshop.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and so mini workshop, and I know Stephan also might. I'm trying to twist his arm, so hopefully for those who keep on showing up, is to maybe do a thing where on his 5-day that people can join even on for free, just on the 1 day, but for the rest of the day. So I'm trying to twist it. I don't. He's still deciding about that, but all that I can say, at least I got him twisted to do his mini workshop. We will do that next week. So be on the lookout for the email for joining that workshop at least. So I got something out of him. So got him to give. And the reason I got him to give is I'm all the way from Mokopane. That's where me and Stephan grew up and we met. And so it's just amazing to see how Stephan has transformed over the years. He was a magician. He made a lot of money as a magician when he was a student to get him through university. Then he became a sound engineer. And he mixed music for top South African music artists, and he's still in connection with all of them. So that was awesome to see that this guy is living his dream. Then he decided, because of COVID, to retire from that scene. He sold his company and moved all the way down to Dana Bay and Mossel Bay to live the good life, and decided, one of his skills that he got over the years was online courses and online social media marketing. And he decided he's going to teach other people how to do it, so that he's not the only one making all of the money, but we all can do it as well. So Stephan, I'm looking forward to learning again from you. Everyone, please ask questions. If you can have, at the end, that would be amazing. Use this time to pick his brain. And Stephan, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is. It is actually quite nice if you can get to that point where you can live your ideal life. And they call it the laptop lifestyle, where literally all you need is your laptop and an internet connection, and you can work. And Kobus was talking about the artists that I've worked with. I actually had a quick breakfast this morning with one of my older clients, which is Matthijs Roots. He's touring. And we had a quick breakfast this morning next to the ocean, and the breakfast turned into a lunch. And I only got home, I think at about just after 4 or something this afternoon. And having the opportunity to actually create your own income online that's automated gives you the opportunity to do that. You can, if you feel like just hanging out with an old buddy and catching up or something like that, you have the opportunity to make calls like that, which is great. And that's why I want to introduce all of this to you guys. Thanks for the introduction, Kobus. And welcome everybody. We're quickly going to talk about tonight, well, quickly, I'm saying quickly, but it will take an hour or so to talk about how to effectively start creating your first online course without wasting years to figure it out. I want to invite you guys to please take notes. Get your pen and your paper, take notes as you go, write down your questions, take screenshots if you want to, and then afterwards we'll spend a little bit of time going through questions if if there's anything specifically that you guys would want to know. I will try and keep an eye on the chat as we go through, but yeah, most of the questions I'll leave until the end. And Cobus, if you can maybe just monitor the live stream for Q&A, that would be amazing. Guys, I'm going to switch off my camera because when I start talking, I tend to get a little bit energetic, and I love what I'm doing. I've got such a big passion for this, and I don't want my movements and silliness to be a distraction for you guys. I want you guys to focus on the content that I'm going through. So just for the presentation part of it, I'm going to switch off my camera, and at the end for the Q&A, I will definitely see you guys again. So let's get into this. Right. So I want you guys to please switch off your phones, put them on silent, quit your Facebook, close your email program. I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go fairly quickly because there's a lot of information that I want to give to you guys tonight. And for the guys that have seen this presentation before, I hope and I do believe that there will be one or two new things that you will maybe pick up or notice. And do share if there's something new that you learned tonight. Please share that with me. But switch off your phone and all your distractions. Close the door just for the next hour or so that you can focus on the information that I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so who am I? My name is Stephan, and I'm an online course creator, a digital marketing coach. I'm a funnel builder and a marketing strategist. I'm also the founder and the owner of How About This and the How About This Academy, a digital marketing agency. I do lead generation, and I am a funnel strategist for my clients. I design and I create online courses, and I create and run and maintain Facebook, Google, and YouTube ad campaigns for my clients. And my story, well, this says it starts I started my business in 2004, but before that, for about 4 years before that, I worked as a freelancer in the entertainment industry as a sound engineer, and got to travel the country. And then in 2004, I officially started my business in the entertainment industry, the technical events industry. And that business grew over the years. I partnered with 3 other people. And in 2018, I sold my shares out of the company, and I decided that it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to take a little bit more control of my own time. I want to travel the world. I want to live where I want to. Unfortunately, I can't travel the world now as I would have loved to, but I wanted to have a little bit more freedom, move to the coast. Now I live 180 meters away from the ocean. I see the dolphins and the whales. Today, again, we spent about half an hour just watching whales. It was absolutely fantastic. And that's what having this laptop lifestyle gives you. So in 2018, I sold my shares, and I became a digital marketer and a consultant. I started my marketing agency, and I realized very quickly that people are hungry for knowledge. My clients wanted to know, how do I do what I do for them? How do I build the funnels? How do I create the ad campaigns, get the new leads for them, build the chatbots, all those kinds of things? And that's when I started creating my first online course. My first course was actually specifically for my clients. It was a do-it-yourself solution for them, for the guys that didn't necessarily want to pay me for running the campaigns for them, but they would rather have someone on their team learn how to do it, or they themselves learn how to do it. It took me now, it's actually almost a little bit more than 3 years now that I've been busy with this, to figure out all the tech, all the integrations, the creation aspects around the courses, how to set up and do all the follow-up processes, do all the marketing, and so much more. It took me such a long time. And I want to see if I can maybe just shorten that period for you guys a little bit, instead of you having to try and spend years figuring it out. I want to shorten that period for you a little bit. So I currently do have 8 courses up and running. A getting started with your online courses, a little bit of a beginner's guide, my 8-week coaching program that's running, a mini course on what sales funnels are, how to create your own value ladder, and steps for hosting your course on Facebook, and then a beginner's guide to landing pages and funnels, and then the getting started with the Facebook lead ads and email marketing course on how and why email marketing is needed in your business and how to bring it in. So I currently do have courses up and running with students going through them, getting great results. I'm getting great feedback from the students, and my courses do get 5-star ratings at the moment. I want to show you guys this quickly. And this is one of the things that excites me so much. The fact that you can get paid while you sleep. This is an email that I received from PayPal for someone that purchased my course. This is one of my mini courses for $19. But what I want to show you in this email is the time that I received the email. It was 13 minutes after midnight. It's literally a few seconds after the transaction was made. I was sleeping. I woke up the next morning to this email and I just jumped for joy. $19 is not that much, but the fact that I actually generated income while sleeping, that was just amazing for me. And here's another one. This was also for the $19 course. This was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I can promise you I was fast asleep. Here's another one. This was for one of the bigger courses. It's a $497 course that I sold. This was 23 minutes past 8. Probably weren't sleeping, but I can promise you I was not working. I was spending either time with my family, having dinner, watching a movie, walking on the beach. I can't recall what I was doing at that point. The point is that I got paid $497 for something that's running on autopilot. So imagine how good it would feel once you see your own online course come to life. And imagine how good it would feel when you make that first sale while you're sleeping. That would be great, right? Do you guys agree with me? And I want to invite you guys to, you guys can be active in the chat. I'm going to try and keep an eye. If you do agree with this, give me a yes. If there's something that you do agree, tell me about it. I would love to get your opinion on what's going on. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how to deal with and prepare for fear and overwhelm and imposter syndrome that forms these three that form such a big part of the lives of any online course creator. How to find your topic and your audience, and then how to validate, create, and market your course. So it is 3 separate things, but tonight we're just going to throw them into one bucket and discuss them all fairly briefly so that you can get a little bit of information on each one of them. One of the most common questions I get from everyone is, but can I become an online educator? And the simple answer is yes, you can. Anyone can. Just think about this for the following, and you can write down ideas now if you want to. What experience do you have? What have you learned through your life? Some sort of a knowledge that you've gained. Well, it can be your job, it can be a hobby, it can be anything. What experiences do you have? List them out. What do you love doing? What do you have a passion for? Hobbies or anything? What do you enjoy? What life skills do you have that you can teach others? Again, maybe something you studied, some experience you've gained, whatever it is. What life skills do you have? And what can you passionately talk about for 30 minutes? Up to a point where someone will tell you, please just shut up. We don't want to hear about this anymore. You're just talking too much. What is that topic that you can passionately just keep on going about? Now, if you take all of these things, any one of those ideas that you can come up with now, you can teach people on. If you know more about something than the next person, you can teach him or her. It is that simple. So what do you need to succeed when you want to try and build an online course or an online business? You have to be okay with the fact that you have to go through the process like everyone else. If you think about someone like Tony Robbins, for instance, he didn't just one morning wake up and became the guru that he is today and have the following. He started just like every single other person, all of us. He started from scratch, maybe not knowing anything, learning it slowly but surely, and building up his knowledge, his skill, and his passion for helping other people. So you have to be okay with the fact that you have to start from scratch, learn the basics, and go through the process like everyone else. Learn from people that's already been there. So follow people like Dean Graziosi and Brendan Burchard, and all of these people, and learn from them. People like me that have built courses and that are getting results. Find a person that you resonate with, follow them, see what they do, model what they do, learn from them. Make sure that other people like you are experiencing success, because that's essentially who you are going to teach. You're going to teach yourself 10 years ago. What problem did you have? What roadblock did you encounter? What issue did you have to solve in your life? That's what you're going to teach other people. So you're going to search for people like you. And you just have to make sure that they experience that same success that you had in your life. And then I want you to shift your beliefs, because it's human nature. We always say, but I can't do this. And that's a very closed-ended statement. I want you to open up that, or change that into an open-ended statement. I can do this, or how can I do this? Ask the question. It's the first thing we all do. When you get into something that you're not sure how to do it or what the next steps are, the first thing we say is, oh, I can't do this. Change that mindset. Shift that belief into, how can I do this? Rather than stopping yourself, try and find the solutions and figure it out. And then you have to be hungry. Don't just dabble in, I'm going to create a little bit of a course or play around with the idea. Go all in. It is a lot of work. It's hard work, a lot of dedication. But if you really want to change people's lives, it is worth it. But you have to be all in with this process. So why is it a good idea and a good time now to become an online educator? So if someone asks you nowadays, how do you do X, Y, Z? How do you become? How do you get? The standard replies that you get nowadays from people is, go and Google it. Most times you will get a video tutorial, an article, or they will say, go and look for it on YouTube. There's a lot of videos available. There's a lot of content, and you probably get the information that you're looking for. And we're going to talk about YouTube a little bit later in this presentation. But that's one of the first things that people tell you. If you ask them, how do they do something? They say, just go and Google it. Reason number two, with the current situation worldwide of people staying at home whenever possible, online education is the best option for training and education. People want to be safe. They want to be in their own comfort zones while learning and expanding their own knowledge. Reason number three is that according to Forbes, the self-education industry is a $20 billion per day industry, and it is growing. So my question to you is, why would you not want to be part of an industry like this that is so huge and continuously growing? So why should I create a course if my students can go to university? So university textbooks and curriculums can get outdated fairly quickly. Whereas with an online course, you can keep your content relevant to your students. Learning from home with an online course versus going to a campus, driving, being stuck in traffic, traveling, all those things. Long-term learning with a university versus short-term results that you can get your students with an online course. Universities are extremely expensive. With an online course, you can make it much more affordable for the average person that wants to learn. When learning online, you're not learning from a professor that teaches from a prescribed book. You're learning from an expert that's working with the topic every day and they deliver on that promised result. But I can get all the information on YouTube for free. That might be true, but with an online course, you can offer your students a structured learning environment versus just a bunch of random videos on YouTube. They can find probably some of the information on YouTube, but they will have to bounce around between videos, searching for what is next, what to do next, where to go next. With an online course, you can give additional resources such as templates. You can't do that with YouTube. You can do a hands-on, you can have like a hands-on learning and accountability. If there's a coaching element to your online course, people can, their lives can be transformed by you interacting with them and they having that accountability. You can't offer that to people in YouTube. And you can also offer personalized support to your students. to give them a much better experience. Does this make sense to you guys? So another common question I get, how can I teach someone else? I'm not a professor or a teacher. And this, I want you guys to write this down. You do not have to be qualified to make a significant and positive impact on someone else or to educate them. You just have to know a little bit more than them. You just have to be a few steps ahead. Please write this down. I'm going to say this again. You do not have to be a professor or be a doctor to change someone else's life and make a positive impact. You can be yourself and teach people what you know. It is as easy as that. I want you guys also to spend your time well, because a lot of us, if you are stuck at home due to COVID, maybe your business is struggling or the company you work for is struggling, you maybe had to take a pay cut. We try and figure out how can we save a little bit of money or what additional work we can do. Rather spend your time creating money and creating income by creating something like an online course that you can sell. You're creating something from your knowledge that you can give and offer to other people and make money online. Don't let perfection stop you from getting started with this, because a lot of us feel like, oh, we have to have it all figured out first before we can get started. And that's not the case. You have to jump in and just start with it. Perfection is just an advanced form of procrastination. And also what you teach now, today, does not define your future. I don't even have the courses that I created 3 years ago anymore because it's not relevant. I deleted them. I created new ones. So don't feel like you have to find that perfect thing that you're going to teach someone else before you get started. Stop using that excuse. Jump in, get started, and change according to what your audience, the feedback that your audience gives you. Does this make sense to you guys so far? Give me a yes in the comments if you agree with anything that I've said so far. I just want to take a sip of water. Let me know if you guys find value in this. Plantina, yes, thank you very much. All right, cool. Let's go on. Dealing with fear, overwhelm, and imposter syndrome when creating a course or a coaching program. And I start with, I don't want to jump in teaching you how to build a course because these are the first things that you have to deal with. One of the biggest fears, I don't know where to start. The easy answer is just start. You'll learn as you go. This might seem weird to you guys, but it's true. Take your first action and focus on that small and easy step. You don't have to see the bigger picture. You have to just see what the next thing is that you have to do. There's a set process to building a course. Just follow those steps. Don't try and figure out where it's going to end up. As soon as you eliminate that image in your head of where must I be, this fear will start to get smaller and smaller and disappear. And you have to be okay that it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. It's going to take you a long time, not a long time necessarily, but it's going to take time for you to do this. It's not a quick thing. But think of it like creating art out of wood or creating anything out of wood. You can't turn a raw log into a coffee table in 1 hour. It takes days, a lot of hard work, trial and error, maybe an injury or two for you to get there. But if you don't pick up a chisel, you don't pick up some sanding paper and you start working that raw piece of wood, you're never going to get to the coffee table. You don't have to know what the table will look like. You just have to start with a piece of wood in front of you. It's the same thing when creating a course. But what if I'm boring? And there's a story around this one because I feel like I'm boring. I hate watching my own training videos. But what I can say about this is that you can't make everyone love you. That's just a part of life. There's people that's not going to like you, so be it. But the people will buy your course because of your unique personality. So I really feel like I'm boring in my online training and my courses that I do. And one of my students the other day sent me an email and said, she just wants to thank me for the way in which I present my courses because it makes it easy for her to follow. I've got a calming effect on her and it makes it easy for her to consume the knowledge. And this fear for me completely disappeared. So some people might think that you are too boring and others might think that you are too energetic, but that's their problem. The people that do support you will think the exact opposite. They will love you for your unique style of teaching. They will keep supporting you and follow you because of the unique way that you teach. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to the way that others teach. Don't think that if someone jumps up and down during his training that you have to do that. No, you just have to be yourself. What if my course don't sell? It's one of the other questions, fears, or excuses that I get. Well, if you never create a course, you're 100% guaranteed that it won't sell. So this is not an excuse. Create one, and then at least you have something to test. Do your research into the topic to figure out if it's actually something that might be viable. Test the market. If it seems like a good idea, start selling your course, create it and sell it, get feedback from people, and then improve it or change it or create another one. And educate yourself on the various channels that you can use to market and sell your course. The more you know about marketing and sales, the better your chances of selling your course to bigger audiences. The important thing is if you solve a major pain point for your audience, it will sell. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to start with that course to figure out what that one thing is that will sell your course. But you have to solve pain points. You have to solve problems in your courses. Give people actionable tools and things that they can implement in their daily lives. I love this little image. I want to make art, but I don't know how to get started. It's pick up your paper and start drawing a line. The same thing goes for online courses. I want you to pick up your pen and your paper at a point and pour yourself a nice glass of wine or a whiskey or a coffee or hot chocolate or something and just start writing. Just put pen to paper, start writing down ideas. What do you love? What experience do you have? Who do you want to teach stuff? Just start writing down ideas. Just get the ball rolling. So the point is that your first course is just that. It is your first course. You just start it and then refine it as you go. And as you engage and get feedback from your students, your course will grow, evolve, and improve. It's not going to be perfect from the start. And that is fine. That's exactly how it should be. Because, you'll probably make mistakes. There will be a few things that you wish you would have done differently. But that's the good part of it. You have the opportunity to correct those mistakes and improve and grow your audience and serve your audience better from there. Let's talk about dealing with imposter syndrome. So what is imposter syndrome? It's that little voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough. More than 70% of the world actually suffers from imposter syndrome. I'm dealing with it almost every single day. It's a general thing for a lot of people on a daily basis. So here's a few tips on how to deal with that. And it's a few things that I use in my life. Learn to identify that self-doubt. If you work on something and that little voice creeps up in your head, just recognize that that is what it is. It is self-doubt. It's that little voice telling you, oh, I'm not going to, just tell it to go away. Recognize when you're starting to doubt yourself and then deal with that. Always keep improving yourself, because if you keep on improving and doing self-education, learning from others, you won't have imposter syndrome because you're improving your own knowledge base and your skill level. And then also when you're creating content, be honest with yourself. Recognize your level of experience and expertise. Don't go and teach people something that you know nothing about. Be honest with what you do know. If you just focus on that, it makes a huge difference on dealing with that little voice. Visualize your success. Where do you want to be? Do you want to change people's lives? Do you want to make a lot of money? Visualize. If you like meditating, spend time each day on visualizing what an online course would mean for you. What would that success be for you? And it's okay to fail and to make mistakes. You have to be okay with that. That's how you learn and grow. So just accept it. If something goes wrong, it's part of the journey. deal with it, learn from it, and improve. Remember your wins that you've had in the past and focus on that. If you've actually changed people's lives in the past by giving them advice and you improved their lives, focus on that because you educated them. That's exactly what you want to do. Never, ever, ever compare yourself to others. I've said it a few times already, and I'm going to say it a lot more in this presentation. Don't compare yourself to other people because you're not in the same journey as anyone else. You are on your own journey. What you create doesn't have to be perfect for you to have success. And when I create my content, this is where my imposter syndrome normally comes in, because I feel that my videos, it's low quality and it's not, I don't have fancy studio equipment. People don't care. They don't watch your training videos and think to themselves, oh, the cinematography is horrible. No, they actually watch your video and afterwards they will say something like, this was amazing. It changed my life. Why haven't I learned this before? People go for the content and for the fact that you change their lives, not for your quality. Focus on what you do know and be okay with the fact that you will never know everything. That's why you have to keep improving to learn more. But the little that you do know might be way more than what someone else knows. And that's why you can. Some of the confidence killers, I just quickly want to check here. Vanessa said, if you fail, it's a first attempt in learning. Vanessa, I love it. I'm going to steal it from you. That is so awesome. First attempt in learning. That is spot on. That is spot on. Thanks for sharing that. So I'm feeling overwhelmed. What is your why? And this is actually one of this forms part of the mini workshop we're going to do next week that Kobe spoke about. I'm going to do a little bit of a workshop where we talk about what your why is. What is your motivation? We're going to do a little bit of goal setting and mindset work to help you guys deal with fears and things like that. But I feel overwhelmed. Figure out what that why is. Why do you feel overwhelmed? Or not, why do you feel overwhelmed? Why are you creating the course? Why is it making you feel overwhelmed? Set specific goals. You might not always be in the mood to create, so you must have goals. What are those goals? Write them down and have them next to your bed or on your desk or print it out big against your wall or something. Are you doing it for the money? Do you want to change and impact lives? Do you want to change an industry? What are your specific goals? Often refer to this why and your goals if you get stuck or if you feel overwhelmed. Just follow the steps of creating a course, one step at a time. Don't try and figure out what the end result will be or what should I do in a month from now. Just take the next step that's right in front of you. You can only discover your unique style once you actually get started and put content out into the world. That's why I say, just get started, get feedback, and discover who you are and in what style you want to teach and help others. So never compare yourself, because your year 1 that you're going through now might be someone else's year 20 already. And here's a good example. Amazon in 1994, sitting in a little office with a spray painted banner. Today, they are one of the, if not the biggest company in the world. But if you compare yourself to, I want to do e-commerce, but I can't do it. Have a look at how amazing Amazon is. They weren't always this amazing. They started where you started. Excited to start. That is good, Vanessa. That's really a good way of approaching it. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. That is spot on, Stein. That's spot on. Okay, your topic and your audience. Let's talk about finding your dot quickly. This is a concept from Dean Graziosi, just to make it a little bit easier for you to figure out who you're going to teach and to also deal with overwhelm. So there are billions of people on earth, like 7 or 8 billion people. I don't know the numbers. There are billions of people. You are not targeting everyone. So you don't have to feel overwhelmed because of the fact that you have to try and serve millions. So in this example, let's assume the blank piece of the page around the circle is the billions of people on earth. you're not going to teach all of them. You maybe want to teach weight loss. So immediately your circle got a little bit smaller because not everyone on earth wants to learn about weight loss. But now you have to drill deeper into this topic of yours. You maybe want to teach weight loss through healthy eating. Not everyone wants to learn this, so your circle becomes even smaller. Some people want to do exercise or weightlifting or whatever. And then you think to yourself, but okay, I want to target specifically women because you might be a woman that went through this process. You figured out a way what healthy foods worked for you and you lost weight. That makes your circle even smaller. But you want to target people working in the corporate world because that was one of your struggles. You were working in the corporate world while going through this process. Your circle is even smaller. And then you remember, but hold on, I didn't have time to exercise because I was working all the time and I'm also a mom. And there's your dot. So if you take your own topic and you just think a little bit about who you want to serve, in what way, what result you want to get them, you will find your little dot. And in this example, it will be something like, I help busy moms that work a corporate job to lose weight without spending time on exercises, just by eating healthy. So this is the way of finding that little dot. So take this exercise and go and work on your own ideas that you had for your course or your topics that you were thinking of. So here's a bit of an exercise. Get your pen and paper. Let's do a quick exercise. Write this down. I help who? Think of a specific person, industry, gender, job title, age group, whatever. Who's that specific person or group of people that you want to help? That struggles with, what's the problem that you're going to solve for them? To get what result or outcome? What is that result or that outcome that you are going to give with them to help them deal with that struggle? Without, what is that one thing that's holding them back from getting this result? What is the excuse, the block, the hurdle, the whatever issue they're dealing with? By, what is the method or the solution that you used to make this change in your life? Be specific with these things, as specific as you can. Within only, add a time frame if necessary. You're going to get them the result in 2 days, 1 hour, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 1 year, whatever it is. Be specific in the time. Write all of this down. Take a screenshot of this. Now, you don't have to use all of these, or you can add more. This is just, I just want to get you started. You can add more of these to the list. You don't have to use them in this order. Here's an example. This is actually one of mine that I use in my own marketing. I help people that feel stuck at home with no income, very specific, to create their own online business by teaching them how to sell their knowledge, experience, and life skills in the form of an online course, and I teach it in only a few short weeks. Here's another example for you. I help high school kids, very specific, that has no musical knowledge, that is a struggle that they have, to impress their friends and family. That's the result you're going to give by teaching them how to play the acoustic guitar. That's how you're going to teach them, or that's how you're going to get them the result in only a few short days, your time limit, without having to know or understand music theory. You're removing a blockage or a problem that they have. So if you take this into your, and the idea behind this exercise is obviously to find a topic in your audience, but also to work a little bit on your marketing message. Now, if you see an ad for a music school or a teacher, and all of us have seen this on posters or ads on Facebook or wherever, learn guitar lessons, learn to play the acoustic guitar. It's all great and well. But if you look at the example that I give you, It's a lot more focused on a specific audience with a specific outcome that's dealing with a specific problem. You're promising a specific result in a specific time frame. So on which one of these two ads will you spend money? Definitely number two, correct? Because you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. There's not even a second doubt. On the first one, you might think, oh, I want to learn, but I don't know how to. And oh, it's a struggle because I don't know music. I'm not going to contact this person. That's why this exercise is so important for you to figure out who your topic or who your audience is and what your topic will be. Does this make sense to you guys? Does that help you? Just to get your heads thinking a little bit about, who you can target and how you can target them. So before you start creating your course, you first want to validate your topic. Otherwise, you might waste money and waste your time. You do this by asking your audience in your community. If you have a Facebook group or a community or something like that, an email list, ask them the questions, run a survey to them and get feedback. Typical questions you can ask are things like, I'm planning to create training on XYZ, whatever your topic is. What is the biggest problem that you guys struggle with regarding this? That's one of the questions. Take that feedback from them and answer the question. There's your lessons. You can ask things like, okay, if you can spend 15 minutes with me with a cup of coffee, what is the one question you would ask me regarding XYZ topic? Get that feedback from them. Answer the question. That's it. That's how you create your lessons. Then you can also use tools like Google Trends and answer the public. Now, Google Trends is where you can add in your keyword, like your topic, and you get actual search results from Google over a certain period of time that you can go and select. You can go and have a look at what the trends were for your topic over the last 5 years. So let's say you take guitar lessons, learn to play the guitar, whatever. And if the curve in Google Trends is a growing curve, you know that there's interest. If it's declining, I probably won't get into it except if you can really make it unique. So use Google Trends. Answer the Public is one of my all-time favorite tools to use. And I actually want to give you guys, just to make it easy, I'm going to pop the link to this in the chat there for you guys. This tool is absolutely mind-blowing because you can take your topic, go and put it into Answer the Public. Don't go and do it now, please. Just watch the webinar. You can do it later. But you add in your keywords and it gives you actual live search results, I think over the last 48 hours or something, that people searched for in your topic. And it does it in a form of a decision tree, like a mind map kind of a visual, where they say, can you do X, Y, Z? Why do you do what in your topic? And all you have to do, take the top 10 questions that people ask, that you see in those results. Take those top 10 questions and answer them. You've got 10 lessons. Done. It's that easy because you know people are actively searching for that on Google. You know there's a need for that. Search for your topic in Facebook communities and forum discussions. Join private groups in Facebook. Go into that little search icon and go and search for your keyword or your topic and see what discussions comes up, what questions people ask, and write those down. Get ideas from what people talk about regarding your topic. Learn all you can about what people are saying, asking and requesting regarding your topic. Go and read blog articles, watch YouTube videos. Take your keyword, your topic, go and search for it online as far as you can. Once you got that validation that you know, okay, this is something that actually can work, you can go over to the creation part of it. So when you're creating your course and your content, you do not need fancy equipment to start. Don't make that excuse like a lot of people do. Use your smartphone camera to record your first videos. I actually use I do have a nice camera, but I still use my iPhone camera to record a bunch of my videos because it is good enough. It's really nice quality. You can start with a free or a cheap way to host your course online. You can use a Facebook group that's completely free, or if you want to take it a step further, take a free or a very cheap learner management system to start with. You don't have to have the big fancy systems to get started. Once you've done that, create your course, sell your course, get your feedback, improve it, and produce again. If you have to change your course, do it. If you have to do a new one, do it. If you just have to re-record 1 or 2 pieces, do it. If you have to add or remove, do it. Use the feedback you get from people. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It must just be valuable. Again, people are not going to watch your videos and criticize the quality. They're there to get knowledge. Do not compare yourself or your quality to other people and what they do. And one of the biggest tips that I can give you when you create your lessons, use short tips to create a lesson. Keep it short. 1 tip per lesson. Don't teach people in 1 hour how to do the entire process. Break it down into 2 to 5 minute videos and have just 1 topic. I have some videos in some of my lessons that's less than a minute long because it takes me less than a minute to get the point across for that 1 piece of training. That's also fine. Keep your lessons short because people don't have a long attention span. Just doing webinars like this sometimes irritates me. Then when it comes to marketing your course, there's a few things that you can do. Use your website. If you have banners, create images, buttons, all those kinds of things that you can use to sell and promote your new course. If you do not have an email marketing system, I would recommend maybe looking into getting one, but use your email marketing, run campaigns, notify your email list about your new course that you're creating or running. Create YouTube videos with links. So you will take, let's say you've got 10 lessons in your course. Take one of them, restructure that video a little bit so that it's YouTube friendly. Go and load it on YouTube with the link to the main course. And you can say in that video, this is part of a bigger course. If you want more knowledge, here's the link, go to the course. You can go and purchase the course or the full course. You can do the same for your blog articles. Now take that same video that you just created for YouTube or for any one of your lessons, upload it into a platform like brev.com or go to Fiverr, get someone to transcribe it for you, and you have a blog article. Go and post your blog articles with the links to your courses. You can use your personal Facebook page to your profile to post, obviously your Facebook groups, if you have your communities, and go and promote your courses and your content there to your audiences, people that's already following you. If you have enough content, you can create your own podcast. If you don't have enough content, you can become a guest speaker on someone else's podcast. I've done that once or twice, and it's a lot of fun. You can create webinars like this to sell and promote your courses. You can do workshops, challenges, things like that. And then lastly, you can also do paid ad campaigns, but only if you know how. If you don't know how to use paid ad campaigns, don't do it from the start. You're going to waste money. First, learn how to do it, get some generic marketing going, make sales without the paid ads, and let those sales pay for your paid ads, just to add a little bit of petrol to the fire and boost your course and make your audience a little bit bigger. Does that help you guys? Did you guys learn anything before we get into the recap? Just quickly give me a yes if you feel there was something. In the comments, is you making sense? Thank you. The step-by-step strategy was what I've been struggling to do. Vanessa, I hope that helped you. Brilliant tip. You saying, yeah, it's a pleasure, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed so far. Okay, let's continue. So a quick recap. We spoke about why it's a good idea to become an online educator, how to deal with your fear, your imposter syndrome, and your overwhelm, how to find your topic in your audience, how to validate your idea, and how to create and market your course. I want to break some old habits. Valentina, yes, but there is too much to take in. It is a lot of information, I know, and I am sorry, but I know that Quibus said that there will be a replay of this, so you are more than welcome to go and watch the replay. And if you have any questions, please write them down. We're going to get to the questions now, but first I want to break some old habits. Change the way you view online courses and education, and I hope that this did that for you. Stop thinking that I can't do this. Yes, you can do this if you follow the process. Start breaking your old habits today, please, because if you don't, you won't get momentum to go forward. Let me ask you a question or two quickly. How amazing would it be if you can create and build your very own online course? Would that be amazing to you now in your life? Give me a yes, or just give me a 1 in the comments if that would be amazing to you. And can you imagine receiving an email from someone thanking you for changing their lives? How cool would that be? What feeling would that bring up for you if you actually read an email of someone just thanking you from the bottom of their heart, changing their lives? How awesome would it be when you wake up to that first payment notification? That'll be amazing, right? So I have something that can help you get started very easily. So how would you guys like to learn how to do this in a little bit more detail? Would you like me to share with you? Please tell me, because we can go into a little bit more in depth in this at a later stage. Do you want to know how? If not, we continue straight to Q&A. Just give me a yes if you guys want to know what I have for you guys to go a little bit deeper into this. Give me a yes if you want to see. If not, we go to Q&A. I just want to take a sip of water. Okay. Yes. Okay, you guys want to know. Let me show you. I'm hosting a course creation camp in September. It's going to be a 5-day live virtual workshop. So it will be like 1 or 2 of these exercises that we did tonight, just way much more intense, but spread out over 5 days to make it a little bit easier for you to consume the knowledge and actually work through it. On day number 1, we're going to do a course creation mindset, just getting yourself set up for success during this process. Then we're going to do a workshop. What is your why? Figure out what your goals are and what's going to drive you. Then we're going to look at dealing with fear and overwhelm. And these are workshops. We're going to figure out what your fears are, your overwhelm, and you're going to share it with me, and we're going to talk about this. Figure out how you can overcome your own. We're going to do an exercise on taking action to make personal change, because if you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. And then for the people that want to be part of the VIP sessions, we're going to do an additional workshop, creating your avatar, which is your ideal client persona, figuring out exactly who you're going to sell to. And we're going to have a live Q&A session in Zoom where you switch on your microphone and you ask your questions and interact with me. Day number 2, we're going to do the workshop on finding your dots like we did tonight, just with more examples, going a little bit deeper into it. A workshop picking your course topic, similar to what we do tonight, but again, more examples and a lot more in depth. Then for the VIPs, we're going to do a value ladder workshop and a Q&A session. On day number 3, we're going to do a workshop on how to validate your idea. We're going to brainstorm how to create your own survey. I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually do it. Come up with a set of questions that you can use to validate your course. Then we're going to look at what you need to create your course content, some tips and tricks on the technical stuff, some do's and don'ts, things like that. And then we're going to look at hosting your platform, hosting your course. So we're going to look at different platforms, websites, landing pages, just a quick introduction so that you guys know what to search for when you actually get to that stage. The VIPs, your session for that day will be the workshop for getting your headline and your unique selling propositions, and then a Q&A session. Day number 4, we're going to go into marketing mindset, because selling is a big fear for a lot of us. Asking for money is a big fear for a lot of us. So we're going to work on that. We're going to do a workshop, your message and your marketing content. Then I'm going to share with you a bunch of marketing strategies and tips that you can use for selling your course, and launch strategies, how to do launches, workshops, and webinars and things like that. The VIPs, we're going to determine your hooks, those one-liner headlines that grabs people's attention on social media, ads, emails, those things, and then a Q&A session. On the last day, I'm going to draw back the curtain on one of my own courses, where I'm going to show you on the back end what it looks like when you actually build a course, when you design everything, when you upload the videos, what integrations you need to consider, what to look for in a platform. So you'll see what the creation process actually looks like when you get to the building phase. And then we're going to have a last session on creating your course creation mindset, just helping you with what are the next steps now after what you've learned over those last few days. And then the final live Q&A session. This is what it's worth. It is 9 coaching and training sessions worth $2,700. We're going to do the 6 workshop sessions. That's $2,100. And the worksheets and the templates, that's $1,200 value, total value of $6,000. Now, if you want to be one of the VIPs to get the additional bonuses, you will get the 5 additional live Q&A sessions in Zoom, where you turn on your microphone, you ask me your question, we deal with your issues. That's valued at $1,500. Bonus number 2 is the hot seat coaching sessions and workshops we're going to do, where we talk about your problem specifically that you're dealing with in that day, with the topic and the content that we worked on that day. That's worth $1,500. Bonus number 3 is the 4 additional workshops and strategy sessions valued at $1,400. So that's a total value of $10,400 for the entire package if you go for the VIP option. So I want to ask you, what is your time worth for you? When you create your own course, wouldn't it be amazing to spend more time with your family? If you have a course that's running on autopilot, generating income, that would be priceless for you to spend more time with your family, right? If you're stuck every month in a job that you don't enjoy, per month, what is that time you waste in a job worth to you that you maybe want to earn somewhere else? Is it $50, $500, $5,000? And how much would you pay for the knowledge to change and influence one person's life per month, make a positive impact on someone else per week or per day or even per hour? Because you can change people's lives every single hour. Keeping in mind what your time is worth to you and that you can change lives daily, you can see why people would pay more than $1,000 a month for us to help them get this set up and implemented. That's actually what people pay us to build and create their courses, more than $1,000 per month on a retainer. That's what these things are worth. So for the entire package, we're valued at $10,400, because you guys are part of Quibus's audience, we're going to give it to you at only $249 for the entire VIP package. If you want to join us, go to howaboutthis.co.za/2021. Let me actually, I want to give you guys the link in the chat. Please remember your code. Add in the code Superman, because you are part of Quibus's audience. I give you guys this discount. So add in on the landing page. Here's the link for you guys. Add in on the landing page, in that form, there's a little box, that reference code. Add in the code Superman if you want to join us. Right, so the format is, it's a 5-day virtual live event, and it's from 20 to 24 September. It's not going to be full days, maybe 2 hours or 3 hours a day, depending on how much interaction we have and how much you guys enjoyed. You've got two choices now. You came onto this webinar because you wanted to make a change and to learn something new, correct? So choice number 1, go back to watching Netflix, return to your same old job, your life as you had it before. If you're comfortable with that, Perfectly fine, no problem at all. Choice number 2 is invest in yourself and start working on your new online business, your side hustle, or your second income today. If that's something that resonates with you, then this is definitely for you. I do want to tell you guys that I really am not something special. I don't have the best online courses available. I know that. And I'm not the world's best content creator. I know that. I recognize my flaws, but I do understand course creation and the technical issues around it because I've dealt with it. I do have courses that are currently live and changing lives, and I can show you how to do that. And it took me more than 3 years to figure out how to do this. And that's why I want to help you guys to fast track that in a 5-day period as quickly as we can. So if you're dealing with a little bit of fear, the fear of staying the same and doing the same old thing over and over should outweigh the fear of change. Without taking action, nothing in your life will change. And if that's fine with you, then it's fine with me. So are you ready to take action and to make a change in your life? Then you can join us. It's not complicated. Let me show you how easy it is to get started. So go to this page, add in the code Superman. On this page also, by the way, there's a lot more information on what you will get over the few days, all the pricing options. There is pricing options available. For the VIPs, it's $249. If you want to be one of the VIPs, but $249 is a little bit out of your reach, I do have a 2-monthly payment option also available on the page. And if you don't want to attend as a VIP, the normal attendees price is $97. So go to howaboutthis.co.za/CCC 2021 and remember your code Superman. Please remember that. I want to invite you guys to give me your questions. Please write your questions in the chat if you have any questions regarding what you've learned tonight, regarding the course creation camp. Any questions at all, please give it to me in the chat. And while I wait for you guys to post that, I'm just going to switch on my camera again so that you guys can actually see me. While you're posting your questions, if you see me look to the side, it's because I've got a second screen. It's not a nervous twitch. While you're writing your questions, I want to invite you to also send me an email. If there's anything that you're struggling with, if you're dealing with a fear, if you are unsure if this is actually for you or not, send me an email, admin@howaboutthis.co.za. I'm more than happy to spend some time with you, chat with you, see if this is actually something that would be worth doing for you personally. So you can send me an email if you want. Don't we have any questions? No questions at all. Let me just scroll back a little bit in the comments to see if I didn't miss anything.
While you're doing that, Stephan, I think
yes.
I just want to say thank you for everyone being here and for those on Facebook and social media. I also want to say, don't hold back. I had a speaker on last night. He launched the course a year ago and he's already sold 3,600 people at $500. Now, if you go work out that, that's almost 2 million Rand that he made over a year just by selling an online course. So, you can really make money out of it, no matter what you think. So that is, so if so, where and how do you get it?
Do you need certification or accreditation to create your courses? No, you don't. I have no certification to be an online course creator at all because I don't need it. I don't need a title to my name to change your life. I can spend 10 minutes with you on a call, on a Zoom meeting, and get something from you that I can use to make a significant impact in your life. You don't need any form of qualification. That's why online courses and creating online courses is such an amazing business to get into. You're not an official professor or something. You're just a normal person dealing with issues each day. You overcame some sort of a struggle, and now you're teaching others how to do that. It's as easy as that. There's a lady in in the UK that created a full-time coaching program. And she's old. I think she's close on 80 years old now. I mean, she had no tech knowledge. She created a complete online course and coaching program teaching women how to create Victorian era corsets. It's not something that anyone wears anymore. It's not something that anyone uses. It's a hobby. It's something that she's passionate about. And she's teaching others, and she's making thousands of dollars a month just by sharing her hobby with people. I hope that answers your question, but you don't. If you feel like you have to get something like that, it's up to you. Honestly, it's not necessary at all. Any other questions? Cobus, do we have any questions on the streams on Facebook or anywhere?
I'm going to go quickly check for you.
Any other questions? I was still busy scrolling through the comments. It doesn't look like there's anything that I missed. Anything you guys want to ask or tell me or share with me? You're also welcome to share with me what you came up with in that little topic workshop. If you want me to have a look at it, you're welcome to email it to me also. If you want to, I'd be happy to have a look at that. Just a reminder to make sure that you guys actually, if you want to join us, get this discount. Remember to add in the code Superman in your reference or code box when you go into this page. When you fill in this form, you're not processing payment. You're just opting in. We'll send you an email. And then on the next page, you can have a look at all the payment options. So don't feel like if you fill in this form, you're not committing to anything. You're just getting some information. So go and have a look on the website. And if you have any questions, let me know. How do I price my course? Question on Facebook. That is an excellent question. That is one of the more popular questions that I get. So you use, I say in this presentation, I said a number of times, don't compare yourself to others. In this case, I will allow it to a certain extent, allow that with a few limitations. You can have a look at what other people with similar courses ask for their course and more or less match it if you want to, just to get a guideline. Never use someone else's course and price yours the same just because someone else does it. It's a guideline. Because if there's 20 people selling their courses for $20, you don't want to charge $2,000. You want to be within reason with your competition. You don't have to be cheaper. I've got a lot of courses that's much more expensive than my competitors, but people buy it from me because of the way that I teach it. How I price my courses. I go and figure out how much time did I actually spend creating this course? What is my time worth per hour? If I want to make a certain amount of money per hour, what is that time worth? How much time did it take me? So how much time exchange for money that I spent creating this course? That's the first thing. The second thing is, how much did I invest to create this course? Did I have to buy new equipment? Do I have to pay for my learning management system, my email marketing software? Am I going to spend money on marketing this course? So I take all of these things into consideration and I come up with my own number. There's no guideline telling you that you have to price your course at a certain point. It's completely up to you where you price it. Now, if you want to give discount to a certain number of people, that's up to you. I know that a lot of people also work into their surveys when they're doing their research. One of the questions is, if I will teach you how to do X, Y, Z, get this result, what would you be willing to pay for it? And give a few options. This to this bracket, this to this bracket, this to this bracket, and see what feedback you get from audiences. I hope that answers the question. Another one from Facebook, how long does it take from start to finish to making money? It all depends on your course. There's quite a few factors. It depends on the course. What are you going to teach people? How long will it actually take them to go through the course? And no, sorry, I'm completely off track now again. How long does it take from start to finish to making money? So I assume from you creating the course until you make money. That's how I got it now. You can actually make money before you even have a course. That's one of the topics that I do discuss in the workshop and in one of my courses, is how to pre-sell your course. You can actually sell a course to people before you have anything created. There's a danger in that, that as soon as you create or made that sale, you now have to commit. You have to deliver. Otherwise, you're going to run into trouble. But you can make money even before you sell. So what people normally do, take the survey, get questions from people, structure more or less what the course will be about, and start promoting it. Maybe run a webinar, run an email campaign, do live streams on your social media pages, and promote the course that you're busy creating. Tell people you're busy creating this course. It's going to release in a month. That's what it's going to be about. This is what it's worth, and start selling it. There's a lot of people do that, and I'm actually busy with that. I'm super excited. I started working on my next course. I've got 8 already up and running, and I started working on the 9th one yesterday. So I'm super excited on that, and I'm going to do that. I'm working on my survey now, and that will lead into my pre-sell, where I'm going to sell the course even before I have anything. If you don't want to do pre-sales, it all depends on the amount of marketing that you do, how long it will take you to start making money out of it. And you have to continuously do marketing. If you just create a course and put it out there, no one's going to come. No one's going to know that it's there. You have to actively promote it. You have to run ads. You have to do webinars, workshops, create an audience in Facebook group, a following, create an email list that you can market to. All of these things factor into how quickly you can start making money. I hope that answers the question for you. Any other questions?
I think that's it, Stephan. There's nothing else on Facebook. So thank you for your time, energy, and effort. I really appreciate it. And looking forward to your workshop next week. So everyone, please be on the lookout for that. Stephan, everyone, the details are on there. You're welcome to email Stephan as well if you have any other questions. Just to give you an idea, I have a friend that started a course a few weeks ago. Sold it for 1,000 Rand and has already sold 200 of the on that course, so you can make money. Last year, I started selling an online course. I pre-sold it, and I sold about 40 at 5,000 Rand, so just to give you an idea. So you can make money out of this, so really go think about creating it, and there is easy ways of doing it that is possible. So just get the skills. Stephan will help you with that, and then you take it to the next level. So Stephan, awesome. Thank you for that. And we're looking forward to your workshop next week. And yeah, have a beautiful night.
Thanks for the opportunity. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, so I'm going to just leave the screen on for another minute for you to take a screenshot. Perfect. And then I will end the call for tonight. Thank you, Vanessa, that's saying, thank you, Stephan and Kobus. What a great session we had. Good.
I missed that one. It's a pleasure, Vanessa. I'm glad that you got value from it. And thanks for joining us.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.